What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Joshua, the place where Joshua wants to talk about why you aren't doing good in English class. How do you have an F in English when you speak it? Today I just want to talk about fitness influencers. I've been on Instagram Reels as of late, and not because I deleted TikTok way before the ban and then tried to re-download it after the ban and now the App Store won't let me download it back. No, that's not why. It's just because, I wanted to take my short form entertainment to a different platform. And I've been getting an influx of just the most ridiculous exercise content. I want to preface the beginning of this video by sending a message to the gym bros that mess with this style of content. No, I can't bench a ridiculous amount. I'm sorry. Yes, clearly I'm pretty skinny. And by me critiquing these men, I am not in any way, shape, or form critiquing their health. Obviously, they're a lot healthier than me. The craziest part about what I just did is that doesn't even matter. They're gonna comment anyway. They're gonna do like 3 sets of in one ear and out the other until failure. Fitness is a very controversial topic for some reason. Why is there an issue with people getting healthier? And it's probably because it's weaponized against people who don't have muscles on their muscles. But I'm not here to talk about any of the mindset coaches either, like Coach Blue or Andy Elliott, because at the end of the day, they say the same thing. There isn't one coach in that bubble of theirs that thinks outside of the box. That's because they're too busy jumping on them. It's all the same cookie cutter motivation, except their way of motivation is berating you and making you feel bad about yourself and then sugarcoating it with it's all love. I care about you. You may be fat and ugly, but because I love you, I'm gonna call you fat and ugly, and hopefully that makes you stop being fat and ugly. Isn't Andy Elliott bald though? Well, he almost is bald. You just need to let it go. And I'm saying this because I love you. Today I want to talk about another group of fitness influencers that people also don't like. I like to call them the daredevils of fitness. They're doing all these crazy exercise stunts, so the only people that are getting harmed are themselves and the people that sadly have to see that. Kick Butowski? Nah. We got Punch Paninsky over here. We're starting off with the most normal out of the 3 guys that I picked today. On the obnoxious scale, he's probably not as obnoxious as the other 2 that I have. He's probably the closest we're getting to an actual fitness daredevil, an entertaining self-harm.
Entertaining self-harm.
All right, I take it back. What is the reason for doing? And why did you feel the need to try, knowing how fatal hanging yourself is? Maybe he's just confused though. Maybe he heard the girls talking about men being hung, and then that's the conclusion that he came to. This is for a bit, but look who I got. Wait. You wanna see that? Yo, bro, I just got the worst cards of my life. Can you trade? What the fuck are you doing? Bethany says she liked guys that are hung like horses. Dude, she was talking about their sizes. Horses can't hang themselves. Oh. Yeah, I guess I should get down then. Yeah, you should get down. All right. But hey, Joshua. What? How do you explain that then? How do I explain? What the fuck? People like this really leave me with a sense of intrigue. I'm always curious as to why somebody would do this. What are the health benefits of them hanging from their mouth and letting their homie punch them as hard as he can? Is it a cure for IBS or something? There are exercises separated by sports categories. So if you want to do a lot of dunking, you got to make sure that your knees are healthy. And if you want to do swimming, I'm pretty sure your core has to be nice and right. In his bio, it says he's an athlete, which means that this has to be a viable workout option for whatever profession that he does. Maybe a hanging piece of meat in the locker for an Italian guy to box on. How does this benefit either of them? Buha and the guy that's punching him. All right, man, so I'm gonna hang myself by biting onto this and you're gonna punch me in the stomach. What? No, why would I do that? That's a stupid idea. I'm not gonna punch your stomach while you hang from your mouth. Why can't you do it? Because it's idiotic. Why would I do that? You're a good friend. I'd never do anything to physically harm you. We've known each other since we were in elementary school. There's no way that I would. It was me. I'm the one that flung the poop at you in front of Rebecca, Joshua. Excuse me? Yep. That was you? Well, why would you do that? I had IBS, so it was more of a shissel than anything. A shissel? Yeah, a shit. I don't care. I'm going to kick your ass. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. audacity to put calisthenics clips after the just complete fuckery that he just did. This week's video was a trap. I knew that if I made this specific video, the only thing I'd have to say is why. This whole video is just why. I think I figured out the why though. He seems to have a fixation with being a crazy 19-year-old. Being a crazy teenager seems to be his IP. That's the hook for most of his reels. Can you even name a crazier team? Oh, watch me balance my body upside down off of this extremely thick nail made entirely out of galvanized steel. I don't think that's a good idea. No, it's okay. I got this. Watch this. Oh, hey.
See?
Yeah, that's
I told
pretty.
you like it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Doctor, am I gonna be okay?
Well, son, it seems like to me that you lobotomized yourself after doing a stunt like that, and you're never gonna be the same ever again. But if I gotta be honest, I've never seen a crazier 19-year-old yet. And you know what's even crazier than that?
What's that?
Your hospital bill. Yeah, that's gonna be $19 million just for even calling the ambulance. Is he gonna stop doing all of this after he's 20? Maybe it's just a phase. From 13 to 19, he just became this insane workout guy. Then as soon as he turns 20, he just leaves it all behind and goes into real estate. So Joshua, I heard you wanted to get into real estate. What makes you think that you could sell property to people? Well, actually, I brought some references with me. I left them in a car. Do you mind if I go get them? No, I don't mind at all. Oh, yeah, thanks. Be right back. Yeah, okay, show me what you... Oh my god, what does this have to do with real estate? Adjustable rate mortgage. You're hired. Let's move on to the next Daredevil. I don't know if you guys get it. Dare is that website with all the exercises. Did anyone get that yet?
No.
Huh?
No.
You said, okay.
I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die young.
I don't wanna die young. That might make mama crazy, but I can't help myself. These bars look too amazing. It's time to start my hanging.
Seems like we haven't learned our lesson. This is Dangerous Redley, and he actually means every part of it. And maybe you can train your neck to some degree, because when Buju did it, he looks focused, he looks very composed, and very calm. But when Redley does it, oh my god, dude, that looks like the most painful shit ever. And it's because it is. And hanging is already bad enough, but then he's holding someone as well. This is gonna sound crazy, but this is just, you know, another reason as to why I hate capitalism. Because this would have been taken down if he had Android camera quality and 3 followers. But Meta doesn't care. He's raking them money and that's to die for. I don't know how applicable this is in any scenario whatsoever, especially since you're holding somebody. Is he showing us how durable he would be in a damsel in distress situation? The princess trips off of a cliff and then she lands into the guy's arms, and then when she looks up, she's dead. What else did you think was gonna happen? Relly must have never had a successful high five before with all this hanging he's doing. Look, these can be bad. And danger may seem to be his gimmick. He's done a lot of other crazy things, like letting a guy run over his arm with a motorcycle. But it seems to me is that all that he likes to do is hang himself. That's 90% of the content that he makes. He even has a time lapse of him being bad at the beginning. Let's just look at him when he first started doing 5 sets of I loved hers. You see that face that he's making at the start of him practicing this? Now let's look at his face and see what he looks like now. Do not let that monster energy shiesty fool you. Those are the eyebrows of a man that doesn't want to die. Do you know how much pain you have to be in to get your eyebrows to curve like that, to be that animated? And there was no point in him practicing this. He's not even good at it. The weirdest part is that he ended up getting sponsorships from Foot Locker. They saw that and was like, yeah, let's get him a tracksuit. Look at how happy they are taking pictures. Does anybody else know that this guy does what he does? Maybe this is just what he needed, a good set of friends to keep him away from his evil desires. Because I mean, after these couple of posts, besides the pins, I haven't seen him hang himself anymore or do any more crazy stunts of that nature. I like how they all got on matching tracksuits as well. Foot Locker might have a sense of humor, because if they also got guys who are also daredevils in the same vein as Redley, then they have just formed the Harlem Globetrotters of self-harm. The new Saban's Power Ranger spinoff, the Pain Patrol, Foot Locker's very first Suicide Squad. All right, Brainiac, you've met your match. The Suicide Squad's gonna finish you off.
And what are you gonna do? Flip me to death? Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that at all.
On his story highlights called God Application is just a picture of him and a guy hanging off of his neck with a dumbbell. Those eyes tell you everything that you need to know. This guy is banned from 5 gyms. I'm not surprised. He probably kept using bind on himself when the gym leaders had enough. He also has a website, Danger to Gravity. Gains are what we breathe. Stop training alone. It's good to know that they're aware, because if you do their training alone, you most definitely will kill yourself. And now on to our final guy. Here's our final guy. I kind of forgot what the name was of the list, but regardless, I think he might be the Goku of it. Apparently, he was on France Got Talent. I love how everybody is confused because they don't know what the fuck is going on. They want to hate, they just don't know how. I don't know what they were expecting him to do, but this for sure passed their expectations. You guys know that monkey movie scene that came out not too long ago where he was like, "For the next couple of hours, your ass is mine. This is the hardest rock song we've ever made. 3, 2, 1. They probably thought he was gonna show off some balance, maybe some flips, you know, the calisthenic guy stuff, a couple of impressive handstands, but all they got was him jumping around the stage. My baby brother does this, and you don't see him on stage. Not yet. Where do I sign up? The fall kills me every time. I don't care how much padding he has on. He's gonna be walking around making people think that he's a football ref. Hey, stop that man! He stole my purse, he's gonna make it to his car! Excuse me, sir. Hey! What the fuck? I keep spinning back to the same question every time. It's the snake eating itself all over again. How does this benefit you? What does this do for you in life besides give you elbow pain? What are you gonna tell me? You're practicing for the NBA? The National Blanket Association? You're trying to get them corner threes right? Also, I just checked his profile and excuse my French, but he was on Italy's Got Talent. That's why they were confused, dude. They thought he was gonna rip his shirt off and start spinning pizza dough. Not whatever the fuck he was doing. How are these videos supposed to make anyone feel? Is this supposed to make the average gym goer feel intimidated by you? Is this supposed to give us FOMO? They're always showing these people's reactions to make it seem like these other gym goers are intimidated that our gym guy right here can swing himself on a bar at Mach 5. Did you want them to act nonchalant over a man playing DDR Extreme with his wrists or practicing his wake up options? Could you imagine this style of video in any other profession? I don't get the appeal realistically, and I know what you're gonna say. Well, Joshua, you wouldn't understand. You turn sideways and the only thing we can see is your nose. And that's rude. You didn't have to say that. There's only one person to blame it on, and that's the internet and fame. Especially with the way how the internet works nowadays. The only way I was able to find these guys is because of how overtuned they are within their niche. Because that's what gets views, that's what brings money, that's what gets eyes and opportunity. And it's a lot easier than trying to make it the honest way because that takes too long. And I'd rather have $1 million and be problematic than have no $1 million and only 10,000 followers. I'd rather stop talking before it turns into one of those self-glazing TikTok live videos. You guys know what I'm talking about? Famous streamer gets a donation, then they act like he doesn't care. Then the way smaller streamer gets a donation and then he just starts sucking you off. I still don't have a name for you guys yet, so just imagine that I do, and I will see you guys later.